Welcome everyone to my SH Figuarts review of Thor for the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe movie Thor Love and Thunder, as Bandai Tamashii have given us another release of the God of Thunder, and I believe this is the 8th SH Figuarts figure you can pick up if you include the re-releases, so the 4 Avengers movies plus the Endgame re-release and then the 2 Thor Ragnarok figures. And this is only the second time we have a line of 4 figures for his solo movies. Of course, the first one being Thor Ragnarok. So this has been released alongside Mighty Thor, Jane Foster, which I have done the review already, so you can check it out after this video. And now we can focus on Thor himself, starting off with the packaging. So it's a nice blend of the colors with the blue lightning effects, and then we have the shot of a digital print of Thor at the front, and then the usual logos and stickers, and it wraps all the way around to the side. And then the other side we have the titles and the shot of the figure, and something unusual is the figure covers the title, which is something I don't see that often. Maybe the title's too long. And then on the back we have the shot of the figure in different poses, and then we have the top and then the bottom. So now we can open up the Thor figure and take a look inside. So we get the usual background, but this time they've used a nice artwork. This is the same one as the Mighty Thor version. And then we get the instruction manuals to show you how to put on the accessories. So here is the Thor figure out of its packaging, and this is the brand new look of the God of Thunder in the movie. Based on the trailer, I believe it will be for the upgraded suit, the final battle, as he will start off maybe in the movie with the Ravager look and his previous armor. And this one is a new design. I really like the blend of the colors with the blue and the gold as well as the red cape. It really pops out for Thor, and it's probably one of my favorite suits that I've seen in the MCU. Of course, I haven't seen the movie yet, so it hasn't really grown on me, but based on this look I actually do like it. And you can see that the contrast of the blue and gold parts are different. It's painted differently and there's a nice shine to it. And then if we take a look at the bottom half, they've used like a rubber material, which I expected for this part. And then the sides is actually a hard plastic piece, which is movable. So that is something unique. It might even be removable, so I'm going to have to wait and see. But it'll definitely help with the articulation. It's not just one piece. And then we can see the rest of the boots with the nice gold shine and designs. All the detail is there. And I really like the way this looks. Now for the head sculpt, I'll say that they've improved over the years with the Chris Hemsworth look. The latest Avengers Assemble edition was a really nice face sculpt, probably one of the best. This one isn't quite there, I would say. In some angles it's okay, but I'm not too sure what's happening with the paint here. He has smudges on his face, maybe that's meant to be accurate. But first impressions, I still prefer the Avengers Assemble face sculpt. This one isn't quite there, but I noticed that the head sculpt has 2 sides to it, and I think you can guess why they've done that, because the accessory will be a face swap, not a head sculpt. And the rest of it, I think the design is okay. The hairstyle, I believe, is meant to be accurate, but in terms of the face sculpt, I think it's good but not the best one. And I think you may notice, based on the trailers and the Hasbro Marvel Legends release, Thor does have a helmet, and unfortunately this figure doesn't have one. So I don't think he'll wear it in the final battle anyways, but at least a brief moment he will have it. That's the first kind of look of Thor. I do like the armor and the colors, but the face sculpt is just okay. So now we can take a look at the alternate hands. So the one out of the box is the closed fists, and then it also includes the kind of open palms where he's asking for the Mjolnir or Stormbreaker look. And then the final set of hands is the grapple one, which of course is for the weapons. And now we can take a look at the alternate face sculpt, which is the Light Up Eyes edition. And this is something they included in the Endgame Final Battle edition, as well as the Avengers Assemble. So this is pretty standard for Thor now. And I do like this look because of course it gives it a lot more different poses, especially when he's using the Stormbreaker or Mjolnir. Now the only thing is, I prefer if they gave us the head sculpt like I normally do, since sometimes we can swap it around with other figures and maybe use the same head sculpt on different Thor figures if you don't like the other ones. but it's just the way they did it, so we're gonna have to swap out the face sculpt on the original. And here is the look of the light up eyes face sculpt on the Thor figure, which I do prefer. And now we can take a look at the weapon that's included, and that is the Stormbreaker, which of course we've seen previously in the Endgame and Infinity War figures, but this one already has the lightning effects attached on, because in the previous Endgame Final Battle one you had to add it on, but for this one it seems as though it's stuck on because they did give us a alternate piece without the lightning effects. So this one obviously looks a lot better for poses, but if you want the standard one you can remove the piece and then place the normal version on top. And here is the figure with the Stormbreaker. Of course this is the standard edition, but I do prefer it with the lightning effects, so let's switch it up. And here it is with the Stormbreaker with the lightning effects, and this of course is probably the pose that most people prefer, and it really stands out with the colors, and this is definitely going to be a great look in your display. And now we can test out the articulation of the Thor figure, starting off with the head sculpt. So it can move side to side. Of course there are limitations since the hair is long and it does kind of get in the way. You can also tilt it side to side if you want. And you can move the head downwards and upwards. And then for the arms, there are shoulder pads, but you can actually move them up if you want to allow movement for the arms. So you can move it side to side and it can rotate round and round, so you can actually move the shoulder pads up first, move the arms, then push the shoulder pads back down. And then you have a bicep swivel which goes all the way around, I believe, and then obviously upwards and downwards no problem. Then we have the arm bend, which is this much, and then obviously the standard rotation on the hand, and then there's a hinge as well. And now for the body, so side to side movement, no problem, there's a nice rotation there, and then this way as well, and then there's a crunch forwards and then backwards. And then for this one, it's quite unique as well, you can actually rotate the sides of this armor, so it allows more movement on the legs, and I believe it's removable, maybe. Yes it is, you can actually take it out if you don't want it. I'm not sure if that happens in the film, but they're giving you that option, which I do like. And then you can allow movement for the legs, so kick forwards, backwards. Of course you got to be very careful, otherwise it can take the figure apart. And then there's rotation on the legs, and then there's a full knee bend, and then obviously for the legs the boots do get in the way, but you can rotate it side to side slightly, and then downwards and upwards a bit, and then there should be a toe hinge, and there it is. So articulation wise it's pretty standard, but I like the way they've done the shoulder pads where you can lift it up, and then obviously for these sides of the armors you can remove it as well for better movement on the legs. And of course for the cape it's a soft material with the band inside, so it allows movement for certain poses as well. So articulation, this is actually pretty good. And now for some quick side-by-side comparisons with its fellow SH Figuarts Thor figures, with the Avengers Assemble edition on the left and the Avengers Endgame Final Battle edition on the right. And if you want to see the full evolution of the SH Figuarts Thor, stay tuned as I'll look to do a full collection video later in the future. And here it is next to some recent Phase 4 SH Figuarts, with the Spider-Man integrated suit from No Way Home on the left and the Doctor Strange from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on the right. And I don't have any of the Thor Love and Thunder Hasbro figures for now, but here it is next to some Marvel Legends, with the Captain America Avengers Endgame on the left and the Captain Carter from the What If line on the right. And here it is next to a Hasbro basic of Groot from the Infinity War line on the left, and a Marvel Legends Rocket Raccoon from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on the right. And here it is next to the SH Figuarts Mighty Thor Jane Foster look, and of course we can switch it up with the weapons and accessories. So now for my final thoughts of the 4 SH Figuarts from the Thor Love and Thunder line. This is a good addition since I like this new look of Thor, and they have done what's required from the old figures to be included all in this one. So the light up eyes, the lightning effects on the Stormbreaker, a wide cape, so it's less likely we need another version after seeing the movie. I do prefer of course an alternate head sculpt rather than the face swap, and something they haven't done before is an aggressive face for Thor. I think that would look pretty epic for him, but it's never been done. And the other thing would obviously be the helmet version head sculpt. I'm not sure why they didn't include it in this one. And just for a bonus, I feel To Machination should include a base stand. It makes the figure stand out a lot more, especially for Mighty Thor and Thor, as they can do the flight poses. They seem to do it for some figures and then they don't for the next one. So my score is a 7 out of 10. I do prefer the Mighty Thor figure since it feels fresh, whereas we had many Thor figures of the SH Figuarts in the past. It's probably not the best one on the market in terms of the accessories and costumes, but of course if you're a collector of the MCU line, I do recommend this one. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and be sure to check out my Mighty Thor review as well. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.